everybody, welcome back. To those of you who are familiar with my channel, welcome back. To those to the Camaro guys who may be new to my channel, welcome to the first installment of a complete set of videos that I'll be producing during the restoration of my '69 Camaro Z28. As I do on my motorcycles, I'm going to go step by step with the restoration process of this car. And every step will be videoed and posted, so you'll see the entire restoration process of the car. So to start off in this first video, I'm showing pictures of the car when I first bought it. And it was mainly a rust-free car, mostly original paint. And as you can see here in the pictures, this is exactly the way that I got the car a couple of years ago. So anyway, I will be going through each step of the disassembly here, and I'm going to be going through all the parts and pieces that came with the car and others that I have obtained since. So to start off with the cow tag, as you can see here, it's an original X77 car, which is Z28 only to those of you who know. And it's Le Mans blue top, Le Mans blue bottom, 7171. And I had the NSRS report done. As you can see here, it was built on March 24th, 69. Sold to Hohen Chevrolet in Memphis, Tennessee. And this is a fact sheet of the car so far, with all of my date codes and part numbers and so on. So the car does have the original DZ block, which was built on March 11th and stamped on March 18th, and it's got the original Muncie M21 transmission and what I believe is the original rear end, but it was cast in December of '68, so it's a little old for the car. But anyway, here are some pictures of the block. As you can see, 6618 Z28 DZ block, cast on March 11th of '69, and the block was stamped on March 18th, as you can see there. And then the rest of these pictures are some more pictures of the car as I received it. Now I realize the hood stripes are not correct, but they were painted on. So this car is an original rear antenna car from the factory, which means that it could not have come with a rear spoiler, and the cow hood was added at the dealer. So both the cow hood and the rear spoiler were added at the dealer before the car was even sold. So I have talked to the original owner of the car, and that's what he told me. The car was put on the showroom floor, and the dealer had put the cow hood and the rear spoiler on it. So these are some of the pictures of some of the existing stuff. Here's the original radiator, date code correct. Here are the original motor mounts, Z28 only, 302 only motor mounts. Here's the Muncie 4-speed hole in the firewall. Here are the original headrests, which are dated March of '69. Here's the original door. And there's the Muncie hole again. And then here's the plastic plug on the Muncie 4-speed cars only. And then here's the rear bracket for the dual exhaust. This is a picture of me the day that I picked the car up. And this is a little video of the car being loaded on the trailer when I first bought it. then these pictures are of some of the disassembly process. I'm skipping around because, I wasn't diligent on making videos when we were first disassembling the car step by step. But from this point on, each step of the process will be videoed and posted. So here I'm showing the hidden VIN number underneath the cowl with the original white paint for white stripes. And that matches the number on the dash. And then some of you may or may not know this, but on the Z28s that were built in Norwood, Ohio, they would put a grease pencil mark on the back behind the seat. And as you can see here, this one is X7. And it stands for X77 cars. So as the cars came down the line, if it was an X33, it would be X3, and if it was X77, it would be an X7. So this is a really good way to verify that you have a real Z. I mean, cow tags can be replaced, but this grease pencil is something that not many people know about. So here I took a shot of it with the flash camera so you could see a little bit better. So continuing with the disassembly, a lot of the body work has been done at this point. The rear quarter panel has been replaced as a skin only, not the entire quarter panel. So it was, excuse me, it was just the skins were replaced. So the original door jambs and everything are still in place. That's the only sheet metal that's been replaced on the car. All the other sheet metal is original to the car. Original doors, original fenders. As a matter of fact, like I said, the rear antenna cars, the front passenger side fender had no hole in it for the antenna, and I do have the original fender on that. So here's the cowl hood that was put on the car back in 1969 before the car was even sold. So that's an original early cowl hood. This is a brand new grill. It's not the original grill. Original header panel has been damaged, and then that's the original cowl panel there. And then here's the original passenger front fender with no hole in it, as you can see. And that's the original lower valance in the front, and the original rear spoiler that was added to the car before it was sold. And that's, you can pretty much see that with the indication of the age of that spoiler with the rust underneath. And then the original GM part number underneath there. Unfortunately, the original trunk lid was stolen off the car at some point, unfortunately. So the trunk lid has been replaced. That's the only other sheet metal that's been replaced. So here's some more pictures as the body work was being done. All the body work's done now. And the car is pretty much ready to paint at this point. Not at this point in the video, but currently it's pretty close to being ready to paint, and I will document that. And I had the painter match that Le Mans blue on that front cowl that you just saw perfectly, so we're going to get the color correct. Those are the original rally wheels as well. They're YH, all dated properly. No indication of any major damage has ever been done to the car. The only reason the quarters were replaced is because they had rust in the typical spots. The car was mainly in southern Arkansas its entire life. From just a few months after it was sold in Memphis at Hohen Chevrolet, and then in September of '69 it was sold to the gentleman in Arkansas, and the car was in Arkansas until 2018. So it's pretty much been in Arkansas its entire life. Now it's in California. So what we did was the floorboards had a whole bunch of pinholes at the bottom quarter, at the lowest point in the floorboards. So I went ahead and bought brand new AMD sheet metal, and we cut out the sections that had the pinholes in it, as you can see here, and put in the new pieces. The rest of the floor is in really good condition. A lot of the original paint's still on them, and that's true underneath as well. So the car had very, very little rust. I mean, the rust that was on those floorboards was mainly due to water leaking in. As you can see here, we're splicing in the new sections of the floorboards. Unfortunately, the shifter hole's been hacked away, just typical of these cars. When the shifter's out of adjustment, they just cut the floor open instead of adjusting the shifter properly. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. I'm probably going to try to fix that. So as you can see here, we're just finishing splicing these floorboards in, and then we put some of the sealer around there, liberal amount, as you can see. That's sealer, not weld. And then we primered that section, and then I'm just going to let the blue overspray hit it naturally like it did from the factory. So here what I'm doing is I'm proving that the cowl tag has never been replaced. So I'm focusing in on the VIN tag here, on the VIN number, and then I'm going to show that the camera is going to go underneath the cowl here to show that the rivets behind the cowl tag have never been touched. And there they are. You can see the original caulking coming out of the rivets there behind, and it's never been tampered with. It's one thing to check on a car, in my opinion, is you want to check to make sure that those rivets have never been tampered with. And then here's the tag again with the original caulking. So that's pretty much it for this first video, and I would encourage you to keep track. Please subscribe to my channel, and you'll watch the car get turned into what will look like this when it's finished. This is a car that's exactly like mine, with the exception of the rear antenna. So again, please stay tuned. Please subscribe, like, and share, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.